You want
Bag milk. Bag milk. Bag milk. Oh, I swear. Oh, bag milk. Bag milk.
He's back from Florida. He survived the Everglades, and he's here with us now. Bagged Milk from Oilers Nation. How are you feeling?
I'm a Florida man.
Do you have a ponytail now and a Hawaiian shirt?
I got a ponytail, no sleeves, and going full Pooh Bear.
How were the games down there? I mean, other than the results, right? But the atmosphere and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, the results were what they were, and it's obviously disappointing, but the atmosphere was fine. They're into it. You could tell Panthers fans are into it. You could tell they're excited. Second straight year their team's in the finals. Is it as loud as Edmonton? No, not close, but then again, nowhere is. So yeah. I wasn't really expecting it. I was kind of expecting more of like a Dallas situation, which is kind of what we got. There was periods where they got pretty loud, and then there was periods where it was pretty quiet in there. And then also the nice part was Panthers fans were all super nice. Well, for the most part. I mean, there was a couple of jerks, as you would expect in a crowd of 18,000, but for the most part, everybody thought it was cool that we went down there, and there's a couple of Panthers fans that bought us some drinks, and it was overall a solid experience.
I think it was like Barstool Sports tried to shame them. They put up a video being like, look at this, empty seats, and it's the Cup final. But if you look at the clock, like the period just started. People were just coming back from the bathroom and getting drinks and stuff. So I was like, wait, there's 13 seconds that have gone from that period. Like, it always takes time to get back in the arena. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was full. There were no empty seats. So I surprised by that. But, like, yeah, they was full. It was a full barn. It's a cool rink down there. The area around it is kind of cool. Like, the problem is getting into the arena. We were at this, like, bar across the street, and you had to walk like 2 kilometers because they kind of sent you on a milk run around the building because there's this big long fence and basically like some kind of like lake or pond or something that stands in the middle of this cool area with bars and restaurants in the arena. So getting in was the weirdest part.
That came down this morning. No discipline against Draisaitl?
No, nor should there be. This is like why? Like, I know there was some contact with the head there, but you could tell he wasn't targeting Barkov's head. And Barkov was also leaning forward and made himself about 6 inches lower than he normally was. You don't want to see a guy get hurt, but by all accounts, he seems to be practicing and seems to be fine and will play tomorrow. Yeah. The weirder one was, why did Warren Fogle get kicked out for the exact same play that Matt Bennett only got 2 minutes for? So game 2 is just a really weirdly officiated game. And I say that for both sides. There was calls that were called that shouldn't have been. There was calls that were missed that should have been called. So it was just a really weirdly reffed game. And I think they did a horrible job. And I say that for both sides.
Yeah, I was laughing because I saw Canucks fans are still bitter. There was an article in the Province about how did Soucy got suspended and Draisaitl didn't? What?
Well, I mean, Soucy cross-checked McDavid in the throat, and during a hockey play, Draisaitl kind of hit Barkov in the face. So not really the same, to be honest.
Game 3 is tomorrow night, 6:00, puck drop. And what is it that the Oilers just need to do better?
They need to get back to playing some simpler hockey. I thought that in Game 2, the Panthers did a good job of getting them off their game. But listen, it's tough to win a hockey game when you've taken 6 penalties, and one of those is a 5-minute major. So they were essentially in the box for almost a period in aggregate. And it's really tough to win a hockey game at the best of times when you're in the box that much, and especially against a team as good as the Panthers. So simplify, kind of ignore the garbage. Play their game. The Oilers have got a skilled, fast game, and I thought they got away from it a little bit in Game 2, and they need to get back to it. And another thing is Bobrovsky playing as well as he is. You got to get more than 18 shots on him. You got to get to the crease. You got to get in his kitchen. You got to hack away. You got to clean up the garbage. You got to do all the things that, I think of, like, picture a Ryan Smith goal from 2006. They need some of those. They need guys with their butts parked in Bobrovsky's face, and I think they'll be okay. And also, capitalize on the momentum of the crowd, because you know that Rogers Place is going to be electric tomorrow, and the roof's going to come off that place as soon as the boys hit the ice. So take that energy in.
What do you think about the entertainment coming to the games here in Edmonton? Like the third game, we have Our Lady Peace, and then, of course, on Saturday, Shania Twain.
Shania Twain.
Let's go, girls.
I'm a huge Shania
That's what
Twain
they need.
fan.
Honestly, when I hear her say that, "Let's go, girls," I want to run through a wall. So if the
course,
boys
like,
can hear
Shania's-
that,
She's a legend, and like for me, Our Lady Peace was the first concert I ever saw live. So I'd be excited about them too. And that's just I thought those were really good gets by the Oilers. Like Our Lady Peace is, if you're old enough in this country, they were huge for a time, and then Shania Twain still is Shania Twain, and I think that's amazing that she's coming.
one more question we had. Wade wanted to know if you managed to take a dump at center ice in Florida, as you had threatened to do.
I was going to be right in my pants. And, I feel like the Oilers filled them up for me. So. I didn't need to tack on.
Thank you, Bagged Milk from Oilers Nation, for joining us today. Enjoy the game tomorrow night. Try not to stress too much.
Thanks, boys.
You can find them at OilersNation.com. See ya.